Hello and welcome to a new mod spotlight. This day we are looking at additional effects version English. Basically it is music ability power to make additional effects available based on the ministerial characteristics of Hoi4 2 mainstream theory, which buffs are attached to battle actions of land, sea and air forces. To increase the effective industrial production policies and that kind of stuff. So I saw this popping up and it was popular on the workshop, so I thought, why don't we just give it a quick little look. Who plays Germany? That's fine. And this is of course going to be as cheaty as hell, because we're just going to take a look at what is available. Alright, so what do we have? We have... the additional effects buttons right here. So this is actually all that. It is compatible with he managed to prevent conflicts with Kaiserreich, the Great War, Road to 56, and so it's basically as compatible as he could get it. So let's just take a look at it and spawn in some PP. So we have actually got something to do. So what do you have? Army majority theory. So this would give you alright, so this basically says it will focus on either, this is our, like, okay. Crown doctrine guns, but this means allowing operational commanders freedom of commanding while ensuring the best possible supplies and training of the army, essentially wearing down the enemy. So this is like more defensive trench warfare. This is a lot of infantry equipment and artillery. Some anti-tank and rocket, artillery, a lot of attack. So that's just pushing through the enemy. Then we got armored spearhead, clearly focused on motorized and tanking, because, you know, cheaper tanks and tanks are powerful enough. It seems fairly balanced so far. Let's see, static defense is even more dug in, I guess, with right, and elastic defense is okay, interesting. I would prefer probably guns and butter. No, actually, this seems to be more akin to fighting fronts at far away and ensuring that you've got enough production. This seems more like the Soviet thing. Germany would do well with an armored spearhead. Static defense is like what the French would probably do well, and elastic defense, I would not really know whom would use this. Anyway, let's go to the Navy. Open seas. This is clearly for large fleets. The size of battles, basically, let's see. So what this does is more like controlling the seas. This is winning the actual battles. This is more... Alright, so this is trying to utilize as much power of smaller ships, so you don't have the industry to build big ships, so you just focus on smaller ships, but you still try to, you know, use that, you know. You have more vessels. This is like, let's see, fairly defensive, but submarines will do a lot of work, and this is for your carriers, I guess? Sort of. Directly at the enemy's bases, ports and inlands, and they control them. Ah, right. Okay. It's more for when you park bases in front of landing ground, of fleets in front of the landing grounds, I guess. But air superiority, I guess that's, this is just, you know, air superiority. We've got naval aviation, this is for naval bombers. Army aviation, this is close air support. We've got carpet bombing, which is bombing. And vertical envelopment, which falls under, let's see, like a bit of both, I guess. I think it's between a mixture between those three, falls under here. Like tactical bombers, instead of strategic. Alright, next up, got industry. Oh boy, there's a lot here. So you can basically focus on what kind of tanks you want to use, or motorized. So this kind of determines the style of your armies. Like as what I would preferably do is get a medium tank design company up and running, and just get their production costs down. As Germany especially, or you've got construction, which is rather nice when you're still building up. So you will probably start off with this. That's weird. So 10% reduced construction cost versus 10% increased output. I think this might be the Like, the rest of it is all 20%, but the tanks are at 10%. This one might outperform that. It produces 10% more, or it costs 10% less. I think the is not a difference there. Yeah. And this is 10% of the total factory output, and this is 10% of the... Okay, I probably should check that. So far I would say, if you don't go for any of the others, but for the tank ones, this one's probably your go-to once you go to war. This one is for pre-war, civilian military. Yeah, this is where you're pre-war. Right, we've got government. It basically tells you how a country will function. Liberalism, dictatorship, control system is... okay. Unstable government, always fine. If you want to drift quickly, I guess this is the one you go for. Army priority, land research... weapons equipment, this is just for more research. Let's see, this is factories. Political power gain. Also a lot of factory output, but you spend more resources on the market. Dictatorship. Factory output as well. Army priorities, just research. Navy priorities is naval research and political power gain as well. Electronics, we've got air priority government. We've got a secret plan for nuclear rocket and electronics, but you gain less political power because you need to keep it hidden. Plus, you need a lot of consumer goods factories, but that can be pretty powerful if you're going for that. Right, what else have we got? Battle planning. Alright. That's pretty powerful, so if you want to get your doctrines done, join Chiefs of Staff. Mobile warfare. That's pretty good for motorized and mechanized, but this doesn't go for tanking, I think. They don't fall under mechanized as far as I know. 5 sport is your arty. This is probably your main go-to because artillery always wins the battle in the end. This is pretty nice if you're desperate for population. Yeah, this could be pretty good when you just don't have enough production for infantry equipment. You know, you're working with simple armies, but you need a lot of them, like the Russians usually do at the start, because later on when their industry starts taking off, mass combat's not as useful anymore. That's pretty good. And yeah, I would go for either mobile warfare or fire support. Probably depending on infantry focus, fire support, or tank focus. Well, probably mobile warfare. I don't know actually. I think I might in almost in every case go for fire support. So that is, in a nutshell, what it does. So you expend 200 political powers to more specialize your nation. So these are the same, I believe, for everybody else. Let's just quickly check, like tag the Russians in. It's Soviet, not the Russia. Enter, please. There we go. So I believe these are all the same for every country. Yeah. So they're just extra flavor added on to, well, spend the political power, because in the base game, because like political power is a valuable resource and you never have enough of it. But in every other mod I've played so far, almost every other mod I've played so far, eventually political power becomes something that you just have in stock and you're not spending. So with this mod, I think you will do a lot more spending, because there will be points where we'll be switching. Like I said, you will probably start up with improved construction before the war starts. After that, depending on what your tactics are going to be, or you're going to be desperate for like, shit, I need more fighters, for example, you can just get that up, or you need more smaller ships or more bigger ships. You know, you can really specify what you are looking for. I think that's actually can be pretty powerful. I'm not sure about all of them. For example, fire support seems like it would be fairly powerful, because artillery is just really good, especially if you start combining it with the superior firepower doctrine, combined with integrated support, a lot of soft attack here on the artilleries and everything like that. So you will get a lot of firepower from that artillery, which might make let's see. This setup, which a lot of people are using, I believe it's this one. 23, no. Wait a minute. Oh wait, it's I'm doing this wrong. It's not an infantry. This is the one. This one might become really powerful with support artillery, 2 line artilleries, and an extra infantry added on it. This only, of course, works when you have a division commander with, let's see, can I see what generals I have? Perhaps I have one of them. With less yeah, this guy. You know, his divisions are tinier in their width due to the 10%. Right, so yeah, there we have it. I think this is a good mod, and I'm gonna most likely integrate it in the next series that we're gonna do. So with that, I want to thank you guys for watching. See you guys in the next one. Have a very good day. Bye-bye.